In this episode of Jay's Answers, I'm going to answer a question from Josephine Infante Lana, and her question is, Sir, what can you say about microblogging? Okay, very good question, Josephine. And just to give our viewers a bit of perspective as to what is microblogging. We know what blogging is, right? You have different blogs, you can write blog posts, and usually these blog posts are between 500 words and 1,000 words long. So they're a little bit long. They take around 3 minutes, 5 minutes to read through a blog post. So what is this microblogging? From the terms micro and blogging, so very small blogging. And the most popular way of microblogging nowadays is through Twitter. And we call this microblogging because in Twitter you have to fit your tweets, what they call tweets, in 140 characters. So it's very short. You only have 140 characters to deliver your message. And that's microblogging because, with a blog post you can have like 5,000, 7,000 characters, but in Twitter you only have 140 characters and you have to fit it there. I think Twitter changed their number recently. I'm not sure how much it is now, but last time I remember it was 140 characters and you had to fit a message in it. And that's what you call microblogging. Okay. Now, what do I think about microblogging? Well, the benefits of microblogging are that microblogging is very timely. So what I mean is that when you look at Twitter, it feels very different from when you go on a blog site. A blog site has news. If you go on local news, like newspaper websites, they have their news there, and those are considered blogs. But when we're talking about microblogging, you have news in very, very small, very short snippets. And they're mostly summaries. So instead of being able to deliver your message in long form, you have to make it very short. It has to be a very quick summary of what you're trying to say. And what's great about microblogging is that it's very timely. So you can make very quick tweets, if we're talking about Twitter here, because it's the most popular. You can make a lot of tweets in a short amount of time. So you can announce, I remember watching the NBA draft, the basketball draft, when they try to get players for the different teams. And these different microbloggers, these different writers who focus on microblogging, what they do is they tweet every single time a team gets a new player. And that happens around every 3 minutes in the draft process, or every 5 minutes in the draft process. So what they want to do is they want to announce it immediately. Okay, the Celtics got this player, the Bulls got this player, and they want to announce it very quickly, very short. And that's what microblogging is good for. But if you're trying to express very complex ideas, very complex statements, traditional blogging is still the best for that. For time-sensitive information, that's what microblogging is really for. Facebook is not, some people try to do microblogging on Facebook, but it's not really made for microblogging. It's made for sharing updates. Twitter is really where microblogging happens. So if you want to learn more about microblogging, try studying more about Twitter, the best practices in Twitter, and so on. Once again, it's good for time-sensitive information, but if you want to deliver more complex, longer statements, then I'd still opt for a traditional blog. One hybrid thing you can do is you can create a blog post, a regular blog post, so a long blog post, and then in Twitter announce that, oh, I just made this blog post, and provide a link to it. So that's another way of working with a regular blog and a microblog. Okay, so there are different ways to do that. Research more on Twitter. I personally do not microblog at this moment. I have a lot of other things that I'm working on, so it's not my own content is not time sensitive, because if you're watching this video now, it's still going to be applicable 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and maybe 1 year from now even. So it's not time sensitive, but I put it on my website. I put it on YouTube where people can watch it, and then they can watch it in the future. So that's why I don't microblog so much, because my information is not time sensitive. But if you have time sensitive information, then microblogging may be a very good platform for you. Twitter may be a very good platform for you. Okay, I hope I was able to answer your question. This can get very complex and complicated, but I hope I gave you a good overview of how microblogging works. And if any of you guys watching right now I want to ask you the question, do you tweet? Do you microblog? Let me know in the comments below if you use Twitter, how you use Twitter, or if you don't use Twitter. Okay. Or if you have any questions for me, let me know as well. If you found this video useful, please hit the share button under this video so that you can share this with other people who may find this useful. And I'll talk to you later.